you, everybody. I'm an Agile relic. I started out like, Alex, you said you stopped counting when you were about 10, get to about 10. I'm over 20. So I was in a very fortunate position. And over the years, I've developed along with the frustrations in the Agile community. I'm kind of almost out of the Agile community these days in terms of doing work with teams. I work with leaders these days to grow inner agility because we know that's where the cork in the bottle is. And I also do a lot of work with agile coaches to grow agile coaches, grow and develop agile coaches. What I'd like to share with you this evening is something that got me really excited as a facilitator. So as facilitators, we learn about techniques and preparation that help people have conversations before we get into the room. But until I was exposed to this work, I did not feel comfortable necessarily when things are going wrong in the room to intervene in the moment. Okay, so I'm going to give you a 50,000 or 100,000 foot view of the work of David Cantor, who was a family psychologist and in his work in family systems, realized that what he sees in the business world is very similar. And the model is, I'll probably keep on learning about the model till I die. There are 4 levels. I'm just going to bring you the first one tonight. And I guarantee you that even just that first very simple one will probably, give you something to work with. We actually, Cantor, when he looked at conversation, so he's primarily concerned, or was primarily, died only last year, was primarily concerned with communication and the impact of our communication on how we collaborate together, what happens, how easily, or how difficult it is for people to bring ideas forth, to bring conversations into the room. So Cantor realized that there were actually just 4 things that we do in conversation. The first one is that we make a move. Okay, so a move could sound something like, let's stick around. Once we finish the talks tonight, let's stick around. Okay, there are normally 2 ways that we respond to a move. We could follow the move. Okay, or we could oppose the move. So a follow would sound something like, if I say let's stick around, a follow could sound, Philly may say, yes, that sounds like a plan. Okay, and then Alex may say, but we said tonight would be an early night, which is an oppose. So if I want to move this way, okay, this is my move, somebody can follow it, or somebody can also just oppose it. The 4th way is what we call a bystand, and it's got nothing to do with social loafing or bystanding at the bus stop, the stuff that Alex just spoke about. This is a very active role. In a bystand, we give a morally neutral perspective on what's going on. Okay, so in the conversation snippet that I've just given you, if I say let's stick around, Philly says yes, that sounds like a good idea. Alex says we said tonight was going to be an early night. A bystand would be, it looks like we're not in agreement about what to do. Okay, so it's a simple observation, just relates kind of from a purely sensory point of view what's going on. We could do a bystand on ourselves as well, saying, well, frankly, I'm too tired to do that tonight. Okay, which is an observation on ourselves. And really, that's all that's in that's in our speech. So The move is the one that gives us direction. The follow is the one that completes. Okay, so if we don't have any follow, we don't have completion of any suggested moves. The oppose is the one that we tend to have the most difficulty with. And the oppose is the one that without it, we don't have any correction. You know, I always think about Lencioni's, if people don't weigh in, they don't buy in. In this, you know, in the case of the opposed, the bystand gives us perspective, and very often what helps us get out of stuck places in conversations is that bystand, you know, relating what we see happening in a morally neutral way. So you can also hear that being able to bystand in a morally neutral way is something that facilitators and coaches can use to their advantage. Okay, to just break what's going on. You know, if you think about that ping pong match where we call it the where the line of advocacy is followed. It's somebody makes a move, somebody opposes. Somebody makes a move, somebody opposes. Move, oppose, move, oppose, move, oppose. You know, it's like a tennis match. So a great bystand that may resolve that might be, I'm noticing that just two people are talking and you seem to be at opposite ends of the spectrum. And very often just throwing that into the conversation is enough to break that, you know. You might add something like, you know, so what do other people think? Asking for either more opposes or more follows. You may, you know, you may ask the two people to do a bystand on self.